It says I'm live. Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for November 30th. It's still the 29th as I record, but I'm not going to be able to stay up long enough to do this at midnight. So here you go. November 30th is the 334th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 335th in leap years, with 31 days remaining to the end of the year. Oh, darn, I forgot today's word. Well, we'll learn something interesting anyway. We'll incorporate the word into the material here. I would like to take a moment to mention that links to my research are included in the show notes. I ask you to go ahead and click that like button. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and feel free to share this video with others. You can do that with the link in your email, messaging, or social media. Also, there is a link to my This Day in History playlist in the show notes, and I'll be sure to put one up in the iCard in the corner there as it renders from live to recording. And with that, we're going to start on November 30th, 1803, when Spanish representatives transferred the Louisiana Territory to an official from the French First Republic. And as a side note, looking into the future, France will transfer that same land to the United States as the Louisiana Purchase in about 3 weeks. Oh my goodness, this is the birthday of one of my favorite artists, French painter William-Adolphe Bouguereau. Bouguereau. I'm always uncertain as to exactly how to pronounce that. Born November 30th, 1825. Bouguereau. He was well known and quite popular during his lifetime, but fell into obscurity after his death. He and his work came back into attention in the 1980s, though, and I sure am glad. He completed a good 822 known finished paintings, although we don't quite know where all of them are. He used mythological themes and classical subjects, and did beautiful work. Of course, the Impressionists hated his realistic work. I first saw an image of one of his paintings on the cover of the Journal of the American Medical Association magazine, also known as JAMA, J-A-M-A, many, many years ago. I'm not sure how I could, I've located an image of it, but I'm not sure how I could share it here. But he did lovely work, and lots of it. He lived to the age of 79. This is the birthday of American novelist, humorist, and critic that we know as Mark Twain. He was born November 30th, 1835. Now, there's a park here in Fort Worth that runs along the river, and there is a statue of Mark Twain sitting on a park bench. If you can find it, you could sit next to him and have your picture taken with him. Somewhere I have a picture of me sitting with Mark Twain on the park bench, but that was taken a long time ago. Anyway, Mark Twain was a nom de plume. Now, there's a good word for the day, nom de plume. That means pen name. That means an assumed name that one uses to as the author, but not the actual name, nom de plume. Mark Twain was a nom de plume for Samuel Langhorne Clemens. He also wrote under other pen names, but Mark Twain is the one that just about everybody has heard of, and he lived to the age of 74. November 30th, 1966, Barbados gained independence from the United Kingdom. And Barbados, in case you're interested, is an island country in the Caribbean. It's the easternmost one there in that chain along where Bahamas and Cuba and all that are. When you look at it on a map, it looks like it's just off the tip of South America, but it's an island nation, an island country in the Caribbean. And the following year, South Yemen became independent from the United Kingdom on November 30th, 1967. Yemen, of course, is in the Middle East, and it's along the southern edge of the Arabian Peninsula. On November 30th, 1982, Michael Jackson's sixth studio solo album, Thriller, was released worldwide. It ultimately became the best-selling record album in history. Wow. ExxonMobil is an American multinational oil and gas corporation. It is the largest direct descendant of John D. Rockefeller's Standard Oil Company. ExxonMobil was formed on November 30th, 1999 by the merger of Exxon, which was formerly the Standard Oil Company of New Jersey, and Mobil, which was formerly the Standard Oil Company of New York. ExxonMobil's primary brands are Exxon, Mobil, Esso, and ExxonMobil Chemical. ExxonMobil is incorporated in New Jersey and headquartered in Irving, Texas. And that is all I have for you today. Hope you learned something you didn't know before. I know I sure did. I always do. As always, links to my research are included in the show notes below, along with the playlist for my This Day in History series. I'll be sure and put a link to that up in the corner as the video renders from live to recorded. And let's see if there's anything else. Again, yep, give it a like. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.